Hey everybody, Mike Iaconelli. I'm here to give you a really cool modification on a creature bait to make it look like a crawfish. That's right, my favorite crawfish bait doesn't look like a crawfish, it's actually a creature bait. This is a Berkley PowerBait. This is the Power Hog. This is in the 4-inch size. And this is, honest to goodness, one of my favorite lures to mimic a crawfish. When you pull this thing out of the pack, the first thing you're gonna see is these crazy legs and arms are attached. First thing I'm gonna do is break those little attachments off to sort of free the action up. Then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get these big flappy arms to look like crawfish pincers. Basically, real easy modification. I just get my scissors, and if you look at those big flappers, they're just real big and broad on the end. And I'm gonna go ahead and just cut grooves on an angle to give it that crawfish pincer look. Cut that piece out. There you go. We end up with a little crawfish looking pincer. Gonna do it on the other one. 2 cuts. Pull that little piece out. There's the second one. And then the final thing that I love to do is I love to give it a little extra color. I really pay attention to the look of the crawfish in that particular lake. And a lot of places you're gonna see blue or orange or red on those crawfish. So the last modification I'm gonna make is I'm gonna put just a little bit of that dye right on the tip of that pincer, right on the tip of that little claw. And it really starts to dial it in on exactly what that crawfish looks like. Not only in shape, but also in color. Now I want you to look at this thing. You can imagine this coming through the water. You've got your crawfish claws. You've got these 2 thin flaps that are the antenna. And then you've got all these little legs in the back, these side appendages. The way I'm gonna rig it, I like to rig it 2 separate ways. The first way is Texas style, and just using a 1/4 ounce to a 1/2 ounce tungsten weight, VMC bobber stop, VMC hook, and you can Texas rig it. And when you Texas rig it, just a normal Texas style, I want to show you. As you pull that bait through the water, and as you drag it along the bottom, look at those arms, look at those antennae, moving backwards along the bottom, just like a crawfish. But that's not the only way I'll rig it. Another favorite way for me to rig this is a technique called Niko Style. And on the Niko rig, if you look at it, I'm gonna rig it just a little bit different. I'm gonna get a wacky ring tool. I'm gonna use just a regular O-ring, and I'm gonna put that on the fat part of the body. Just put that tool over the body. I'm gonna bring that ring down over the appendages, but I still wanna leave it on the fat part of the body. Okay, so I've got my O-ring on there, right there. It's about little past middle of the body. I'm gonna get an insert weight. And you could use a nail. This happens to be a VMC Niko weight. And I'm gonna stick it in the fat part, the back of that body. And I wanna keep that as straight as I can. And it puts just a little weight of a bulb on there. And finally, just gonna get a little hook. This is a little Niko rig style hook. This is a number 1. And I'm actually gonna just thread it through the body and come back out. Thread it through the body and come back out. So now if you look at this, this is a more finesse approach to that same bait, giving it a crawfish look, standing up in the defensive posture, and most importantly, moving backwards as you use it. If you're on a lake where they're eating crawfish, forget about using a crawfish bait. Get a creature bait. Try one of these Berkley Power Hogs. Make those modifications, fish it on a Texas rig or a Niko. I guarantee you're gonna catch a lot more fish.